Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got duplicates, but I do have some vowels, so I should be able to play through this. I do want to split up the duplicates, which means playing A and R, and the scoring tiles, the H and the B. Not sure I can play off both of them. So it's a choice between hard and barred. H is more bingo-y, but hard scores more. I'm going with this. Fantastic, I have batero and tabaret and a betor. Hopefully one or more of those will play. Just looking in column 8 to see if I have a play beginning or ending with an A. Wow, fantastic start for my opponent. Bingo, 79 points. And I do have a betor in row I, so I am bingoing myself. But how about a play beginning or ending with an A? Not seeing such a play. So a betor for 71. Couple of good scoring tiles. I don't have a bingo with this rack, and I don't think there are any 8s with it. Certainly none that I can see. Both of my scoring tiles can go underneath the A of a better and next to the E of velets. YO, WHIO would play off both of my scoring tiles. Can't see anywhere good for that. Column 5, a double lane through the T. Not seeing such a play. So I would have white with INO. Not even seeing a single decent play in that column. How about a play in row H? I think the best I can do there is who, and that leaves a very vowel heavy rack leave, so not great. I could play while through the L, keeping INO. That's not bad. 30 points. Can't see anything great to do underneath this A of a better. Or with this E of valets. I would have Dowie down from the D, OWIE, leaving quite a good rack leave. Just wondering if there are any extensions of hards, possibly hard stone. I'm not sure any such play would be amongst the 9s I've studied, which is the top 4,000. Opponent taking a while with this move. Great, so I still have while available. Opponent having B, U and V, so clearly struggling with a pretty grim rack. I don't think opponent's really provided anything of use unless I've got a play in row J. Well, I would have Hive, keeping Wino. 37 points. 7 more points than While. I think that's worth doing. I could also play Hove in that spot, but that would keep the duplicate I, so not better. Hive takes a C and an S in front, but only for a 6-letter play. I'm going with this. A bit of a pain retaining the W when I could get rid of it. But the W does help this rack leave. It makes it less vowel heavy, and it pretty much guarantees a score next turn. It just diminishes bingo prospects. However, at the moment we're both neck and neck, so I'm going with hive. I draw another scoring tile in the J. So a play of jowl. Wow, fantastic play by my opponent, which would have been blocked by while, but with a Q and a U, he probably had a decent score somewhere on the board. So what can I do here? Well, I have Joel, J-O-L-E, onto the E, keeping duplicate I, not great. I could play Jew, but that leaves a pretty horrible rack leave. J and W don't go great together. I think the best I can do with them is Jow or Jaw, but it's not doing anything with these duplicate I's. $33 points for Joel. Let me consider Jow here, 27 points. I don't particularly want to hang on to the W. But can I do better? What about a play down with the W next to the E of Velets? So a play beginning with WID, can't see such a play. What about a play across in row H? Not seeing anything. So I think it's a choice between Jow and Joel. I'm going with Joel. It takes out a huge scoring spot for my opponent. And it scores more than Jow. Rack deteriorating. I guess a play of Inia would sort it out, but it's not going to score very much. Usually with the Q, it's quite handy having an I, but I can't see anything great playing underneath Odalik. Now, do I have anything with the W next to this E? Well, I have Waddy, and that might be worth doing. It reduces the number of I's by 1 and scores decently well. I trail by 40, but opponent's on turn, so really I'm a bingo behind. Still, both blanks and 3 S's to come. So great bingoing by my opponent, finding Velets and Odalik without needing to use a blank. So what if Waddy is blocked? My W can go above the H. Great, it's not blocked. I don't have anything down from the Y, so opponent hasn't provided anything great for me. So Waddy for 31. Great, I draw the Z, and the rack is looking a little more reasonable. And I'm only 40 points behind. And Zo is good, so I've got ZO, Or, and Zo. Do I have anything else in that spot? Well, I have Riz, which sorts out the duplicate I. That's encouraging. It does place the I underneath this triple letter square with the X still to come. But that works in my favour if I draw the X. I can't stick my Z next to the O of Joel and play down. Ol and ill not good. Can't see anything in column 8 onto the O. So where else can my Z play? Not seeing anything down from the Y. I guess I have Riz and Zo, but that doesn't score very much. It does sort the rack out, however. I have Chin, but that's not great. Doesn't get the Q doubled. Do I have something in row L beginning with the O? Not that I can see. I would have Riz and Re, but Riz takes an A at the end with 5 to come, so probably not best. With both blanks out there and only 44 tiles left, that makes it a good idea to turn over tiles, play as many tiles as possible. But still bearing in mind score and rack leave. Remaining tiles pretty bingo-y. The blanks, the S's and the E's, still plenty of all of those, and the R's, T's and N's. And quite a few of the problem tiles already been played. Still looking at this ZHO spot to see if I have anything better than Riz. But I'm not seeing it. There's a good prospect that will remain available. Quite a few other scoring spots on the board. And it's quite nice having this... opponent steals my spot, fortunately for only 18 points. But that does mean I need to find an alternative play. I've got Zo and O. Zo and Oo, rather. Don't have a 5-letter play beginning with Z. Through an O, I would have Zorino. Doesn't work with the O of Odalik. 14 minutes on my clock. And I would like to sort out the duplicate I and get rid of the Z, because then what's left is quite bingo-y. So I'm thinking about playing Riz here for 24 points. Not a great score, nothing like what I was going to get with Riz lower down. But is there a better alternative? And I'm retaining the D for DZO with only one D to come. Just 24 points. I feel there is a better play on this board. I'm just not seeing it. Okay, I'm going with this. Wow, that looks pretty good. I have Secondi and Bevues. And Condis and Zos. So I wasn't expecting to see a rack leave quite that good. Wow, fantastic bingo by my opponent. 99 points. He's now got a 120 point lead. Fortunately, I can come back with a bingo. Wow, that must have been a nice sight for my opponent. I'm not sure Penfold plays anywhere else. Condi's still available. And still both blanks to come. So Condi's for 84. And I draw one of them, and this looks bingo-y. And I only trail by 50 points. And there are bingo lanes on the board. Now look at this, I have a U, and there's a Q available. So I have quarters and quartern. And I have orature in row L, orature and yo. So I should be bingoing, which is pretty fortunate since drawing 7 random tiles generally does not result in a bingo. Remaining tiles pretty bingo-y. So has my opponent also drawn well? And even if he hasn't, row A is available for a 30-point play. Now, do I have a play through the Q which doesn't begin with the Q? So I can get it doubled. 12 minutes on my clock. So the U would still need to go underneath it. Okay, opponent goes in that spot, scores 32 points, quite nice. I still have Orature, which takes an S, 2 S's and a blank to come. And that stops one square short of column 15. I would also have that beside the T of Equant. Do I have a play with the blank as an S? Not seeing a play. And Orature really shuts down the board, Orature and Yo, because although row M is still available for bev use, Orature obstructs that. So it'd be quite nice to have a play which begins maybe under the F, a play beginning with AU. I'm going to quickly run through the alphabet and see if I can come up with some alternative bingos. Not seeing anything yet. Urethra. Well, that also plays, but it takes more hooks, so not better than Orature. Matura and Erratum. Now, is Erratum the play? Because I think it's one of Matura and Erratum which takes an S, and I'm pretty sure it's Matura. Great, so I think Erratum is the play for 70 points. Now, interesting, I draw the second blank, I only trail by 6 points. There are 12 tiles in the bag. Is there time to get another bingo down? And both 2 S's still left, so probably quite useful, Erratum not taking the S. Can't see a bingo with the blank as an S. The other bingo lanes through the M of Erratum, and very little else. So I could do with opening the board up a bit. Now my W can go next to the A of Equant. So I've got Woe in that spot, W-O-E or just W-O. I don't have to bingo to win. We are neck and neck. It really depends what sort of score my opponent puts in. 28 points. 9 tiles to come. The trouble with playing WO or WOE is easy 30 points for my opponent, and Woe would only draw me level. Let me check the remaining vowels. 5 out of 16. And I mention that because I'm thinking about playing cow up here. 33 points. Yep, only one A, only one E. Slightly vulnerable in terms of the eyes. But this gives me the option to keep scoring and also to use the bingo lane in row M. Is there something better? Not an ideal rat leave. It would be nice to play off one more vowel. Well, I guess an A and an E can go underneath op. Which I've got both of those. Opponent may have neither. So that could be a decent scoring spot for me next turn. I'm going with this. Not good, a long way from a bingo, but I do have a scoring tile in the K. Weck, not good. Now I've burnt my C and I've just seen or recalled that chive is good. So I could have played cow P last go using the blank. 53 points, painful miss. Now 3 tiles left, and that's tricky because I'd like to get rid of the K. Now mugs is good, but opponent could easily have a bingo ending in S. The remaining tile's pretty bingo-y apart from the X and the Y. I think I'm just going to have to accept that. He's bound to, or almost certain to have one S. I need to leave one in the bag in case he bingos so that I can bingo back, in which case I need to play off either K and I or 2 vowels. I could play KA and AAH. So, tricky situation. I probably played cow too quickly. Now I can play Kai here. 22 points, which is okay. Only 2 vowels left, so I could easily draw 2 consonants. Opponent almost certainly had 1 vowel left on his rack. So not a disaster. But do I do this? Gambling that opponent doesn't bingo, emptying the bag, and increasing my chances of a bingo. There are 2 bingo lanes on the board. 27 points. Would put me slightly in the lead. I think I will go with this. And just take my chances. I think keeping 4 vowels. I've got 6 minutes to make this decision. If I play coy, then opponent bingos, he wins. Does he bingo with this rack? Assuming he's got both vowels. No, if he's drawn the X, he doesn't bingo. If he draws the Y, almost certainly doesn't bingo. Probably got one of them. I'm going with coy for 27. Okay, he doesn't have both of them, and I think strangs might be good. I think we're about to find out. Maybe it's not good. Wow, interesting position if strangs isn't good. I think I'll check. Great, so opponent I don't think has a bingo. I don't have a bingo. I do have a 3-point lead. I do have the X, and look at this, AX available. So I've got XU, using the blank as a U. Wow. Very interesting position. Opponent probably going out in 2, so I'm not sure XU would be enough. Fortunately, I have 6 minutes on the clock. A play of Yex would burn both the Y and the X. I could play Yex and Yi for over 30 points. Again, probably not quite enough. Do I have anything using the blank as a C or an S? Unfortunately not. Mug might take a G, does take an S. Doesn't really help. 8 minutes on opponent's clock. Do I have just something better than XU? I could put my Y there. So I could play YEA. Opponent may struggle to score well twice. Okay, he's blocking that U spot. He scores 19 points. He can go out next turn with trans, and he's got a decent lead. So if I play Yex now, 32 points, 4, 5, 8. I lead by 16. Opponent gets 6. He would need to score 10 to win. He is going to do that. Rants and mugs. So I need to do a little bit better than that. I could play Xyz. But that doesn't get doubled and isn't going to score enough. Again, it's going to score around the 50 mark. Am I missing other spots around the board? Well, I think this game may have eluded me, which is annoying, but I'm not sure that it has. So I could play Yexes down here. 42 points. Is that going to be enough? 42 points would take me to 4, 6, 8. I would lead by 26 points. I would lose 14 on countback. Opponent would need 12 to draw. Can opponent do that? Well, yes, because he would have Starn and Shive. So this isn't quite good enough. 4 minutes on my clock. I really need to play off the X with the Y. That was close to working. And do I have a play? Getting rid of X, Y and using an S. Not that I can see. Wow, there could be something here. Yex is certainly the best I've seen so far. Pax is good. Just wondering if it's worth going through the alphabet, but I'm not sure that it is. So is there somewhere on the board I haven't considered? Mix is good. So I could play XI. 39 points. Then opponent plays Rants in the bottom. That's not good. 2 minutes on my clock. Definitely nothing down here. Well, the best I can see is Sexy for 31. 4, 5, 7. I lose 6. 4, 5, 1. Opponent needs 9. He can easily do that. Okay, I've run out of ideas. I'm playing Yexes. And opponent should be able to play Starn and Shive and win. And he does. And the final score, 468 to me, 473 to my opponent, a winning margin of 5 points, so well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, so close. Opponent, me to go first rather. And there was Ara for 24. Okay, nothing great. Certainly hard has the best rack leave. And this was a fantastic spot by my opponent, Velets. I'm able to come straight back with a Betor for 71. And opponent plays Bevu, which looks best. J2, Wive. Pretty good. What did I do? Oh, I did Hive there. Well, certainly Wive would have been better. The H a better tile to keep than the W. So yeah, same number of points, but Wive would have been better. Great spot by my opponent with Odaleek. And this was a rack I struggled with, but I went with Joel in the end. And I trail by 40. Opponent plays Unify, and I'm struggling rack-wise. But I play Waddy, and I still like that. Opponent plays Nom, taking my Z spot. Was there something better? Wow! Wow, 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 where's that? C5. Wow, Ironize through the E of Velets. What a miss. I didn't regard that E as available. It was. So well done if you spotted that. Completely missed it. And Orzo was available in column 8, but retaining duplicate I. Most of the rest of these plays seem to be using this E. Wow, what a miss. So yeah, Riz certainly not best. And it gifted my opponent Penfold for 99 points. Fortunately, I drew well and had Condis and Codines. And I trail by 50. Opponent plays Equant. And I went with Erratum. And I prefer it where I played it. Erratum in column 14 allows parallel plays in column 15. Opponent plays Pam. And now this was the Cow P play, which I saw too late. So I play Cow for 33. Y, F14. Yeah, not great. Setting up this triple word square. So opponent not a great rack, and he's only 1 point ahead. Plays Gig. So let's just go back. He played Gig from this rack, keeping no vowels. Wow. This was my rack. And look at this, all of these plays keeping 4 vowels I don't think is optimal. So I still think my play has some merit. Strang good, just doesn't take an S. Opponent plays Uggs, and now I trail by 16. The bag's empty. Can I win? Well, I played Yexes for 42. Just looking down here for anything better. And there is nothing. So I think Yexes was best. And now opponent has Starn for 17. So close. A Stern would also have won, I think. Let's just see. No, it wasn't. I think Starn was the only winning play, so well done to my opponent for spotting that. And that was the end of the game. So super, super tight at the end. Just 5 points in it. Probably, well, a couple of critical plays. The ionized, the ionized play in row C, and playing Cow rather than Cow P, both on reflection misses, which could have made a difference to the outcome of the game. Anyway, super exciting game. Well done once again to my opponent for winning. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.